We are underway here at Interlagos for race 3 of the S.R.O.C GT3 Sprint Series. Peter Miller is on pole with Kevin Anderman in second. We'll see who will lead out of turn 1 in just a second. The drivers are off. Everyone is off safely and sound, and we're heading for turn 1 with Peter Miller in the lead, Kevin Anderman on the inside. Let's see if Decker can make a move there. No, he can't. O'Reilly on the inside of Econ. Then Econ back on the inside. And Anderman and Peter Miller are having a go at P1 here in turn 4. Nice move there by Anderman on the inside of Peter Miller. Peter Miller has to take the wider line there, and Anderman goes underneath. Well, we have contact in turn 1. Turn 4, excuse me. O'Reilly and Solima in contact there in turn 4. Something must have gone wrong. And here we see the top 4 very close to each other. We see Decker moving in behind Peter Miller. Behind Nicky Decker, and Econ is not far behind as well in P5. There we are, the top 3 very close to each other. One BMW in the lead, 2 Mercedes is right behind him. And let's see who will be victorious after 12 laps of racing here at Interlagos. This is the 3rd race, also the last race of this 3rd round of the Sprint Series here today. Peter Miller, having won the last race, looking to make it 3 in a row here and to sweep Interlagos. And let's see if anyone else can say something about it. And Van Econ dives underneath, and Tichelaar with the cutback on Van Econ. Jimmy Miller tries to get a run on the outside of him, side by side, both of them. Van Econ and Jamie Miller. And will Jamie Miller be able to keep his cars? Oh, no, they're going to touch. Yeah, they've touched clearly there. Van Econ on the inside, wouldn't let go. Jamie Miller at a car in front of him and nowhere to go. Loses his P4. And here we see the 2 Ferraris in the back. Sulima and O'Reilly. And here we are back with Miller. Here we see the situation. Nicky Decker still close behind Miller. Now, both Millers aren't related. Better yet, they don't even live on the same continent. So they're not to be confused as relatives. Oh, and Jamie Miller runs off wide, off of Juntao in the grass and spins out. Has to turn back his car around, does so, but loses a lot of places. While the interface is bugging a little bit. Yeah, Nicky Decker should be 3rd. And we're back with Van Econ and Tichelaar going through turn 2. Back in turn 3, the left-hander. Going onto the straight, Van Econ will try to make short work here of Tichelaar. We see him sneak up, take the inside, but Tichelaar resists. Runs a little bit more wide going into that turn 4. To have a better exit. But we see the top 3 being very close to each other within a second. Just a small mistake might decide who ends up first. Both Nicky Decker and Kevin Anderman would like a winner today. Peter Miller already having 2. Might play it a little bit more safe. Let's see 2. We're on board with Nicky Decker. Bend just full straight. You see Animal taking a little tighter line there on the straight to prevent Miller from diving underneath. And here we see Peter Miller being forced to take the outside line in turn 1. That allows Nicky Decker to get a little bit closer to him. These cars are attacking the curbs very aggressively. Do not want to lose any time there. Tegelaar is going to have a hard time keeping this free up. They're already 4 seconds behind them. Van Aken is very close behind Tegelaar. And here they are. Davis with a little mistake there, coming off of turn 5 there. And Aken sneaks underneath. Val Solima hits O'Reilly there. And that's not a good sign there. Probably is going to be penalized for that one. And we're back with the top 3. Enderman still in the lead. Peter Miller behind him. Nicky Decker in 3rd. This is the view from Enderman's right rear wheel. And see how close these drivers are to each other. It's very impressive. You see everything's intact here on Kevin Enderman's car. So here's Peter Miller's. He's some fun. And let's see if Peter Miller can try anything here. It doesn't seem so. It was too far ahead. You see here we've seen Peter Miller getting into Enderman's car here, closing up, choosing the outside line for turn 4. Oh, and a late braking action by Peter Miller there on the outside. Should be here on the outside, but doesn't make it. And Nicky Decker just behind him, knocking him door. Gladly take advantage of any presence these two might give him. It's very close here behind Peter Miller there. Reaction time is almost 0. It's really impressive how these guys haven't hit each other, that is. Get up onto the concrete. Jumped out turn there. And Peter Miller is very close to him right now. Keep your eyes on him. He's gonna try it for sure here. Enderman blocking off the inside again. So Miller is very early on taking the outside there, and they are too wide at the moment. It's all about exit now. Let's see if Peter Miller can make a cutback somewhere near in turns 2 and 3. He doesn't, but Enderman has a little bit of oversteer. So Peter Miller gets to try again. These guys might just make it free wagon going into turn 4 because Nicky Decker is right next to him. Peter Miller with a little block there to take a better line there, but doesn't make it really. Nicky Decker goes underneath Peter Miller. They're side by side. Enderman still in front of Peter Miller, heading for the outside line, blocking off Nicky Decker. Peter Miller retakes his line on the inside here of turn 6. What will they do in turn 7? They'll stick back to each other. Top 3 fighting for the win here. The race is almost halfway over. 12 laps to go. Also in race 3. Oh, a little nudge there by Nicky Decker. Just letting Peter Miller know I'm still here. May not have appreciated that one. But they're still on the way. Back on straight for another time here. And Van Aken isn't that far behind these fellas. He just might join these three and make it a four-way battle. Be great to see. And even the battle between these three isn't that shabby either. And it seems like Nicky Decker is going to try again here on the straight, because he looks like he's having a better exit speed here. Runs very wide there. Also Van Eekhoven, excuse me. And trying to take as much advantage as he can while the other two are battling. He's of course hoping Nicky Decker is going to try and move Peter Miller soon, so he can get away, but he makes a little mistake there in turn 6, and we'll see if he can get out of turn 7 safely, because Peter Miller won't say no to a gift like that, but neither is Decker. And Enderman forcing Miller to the outside there. Let's see. And these three are very close to each other, but Van Eekhoven is practically there. Oh! Enderman turns wide in the last corner there. Peter Miller goes underneath, gets the lead. Nicky Decker trying also to take an advantage and get to P2, but he doesn't. Kevin Enderman right on the rear bumper of Peter Miller, and we'll see what happens here going into turn 1. They're on the straight. Peter Miller on the inside, Decker right behind him. Enderman on the outside. Let's see who breaks later. It's Enderman who takes advantage of the turn in there. Can he maintain his car in front of those? And he does. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Going into turn 3. He makes it. Peter Miller is still there. It's still not decided yet. They're going to make it 3 wide again probably here. Nicky Decker trying. No, that's off. Peter Miller though is trying for P1. Let's see if he doesn't run out too wide here. He does. Hits a little bit of the curb there. Nicky Decker immediately taking advantage there. He is immediately hitting that gap there that Peter Miller is letting him have. And Peter Miller has to watch out here that Nicky Decker doesn't ride around him. And it's very great to see here. Oh, Nicky Decker was almost beside him there in this turn. Oh, and Nicky Decker hits Peter Miller for a second time. It's not that serious, but it did allow Frederick Van Eekhoven to get to him. So Nicky Decker now, from being the hunter to being the hunted, so he has to watch out for himself. And Van Eekhoven will be determined to get himself a podium today as well. He might be smiling 4th instead of smiling 3rd today. Nicky Decker smartly protecting the inside line there. Van Eekhoven being forced to the outside. He hits the curve there very aggressively. Cuts him in turn 2 as well. Turn 3 also just a little bit. If you want to maintain that grip, goes wide here, but that doesn't matter very much as long as you don't oversteer like he just did a little bit. Should be able to attach himself to Nicky Decker again. And push him in pace to get the other two that seem to have a little gap going for him right now. So this might turn into a 2-group battle here, unless Nicky Decker gets back again behind Peter Miller. And Peter Miller indeed trying as hard as he can, but Nicky Decker has indeed that braking action in that turn. He just rolls into the corner there way better than the other two. That is, again, that's the 3rd time there's contact between the two. It's nothing serious, it's just minor touches. It's a little rubbing here and there. Wouldn't cause any damage, but it will break the nerves eventually. And let's see, here they are, top 4. Within 1.5 seconds, trying to use the slipstream to their advantage, and the Enderman won't have that advantage since he's the first in line here. Oh, and it's very good. Oh, Peter Miller runs wide! runs wide. Nicky Decker goes along to P2, moves up to P2. Van Eekhoven has been denied the pass for P3, but Peter Miller needs to brake very late here to go into turn 4, or he will lose that P3 as well, and he does so. It's very good. Unfortunate mistake there by Peter Miller. Has lost the second place to Nicky Decker. Nicky Decker was very alert there to move up immediately. Van Eekhoven just the same, just that Peter Miller recovered in the nick of time to get back to P3 and deny him the pass. And here we see Peter Miller being a bit more aggressive now. Might be because he is bummed out by that little mistake he made. We're seeing a little bit of oversteer here and there. He's trying to push. These are the others. Enderman can take a little breath of relief here. Has now 8 tenths before Nicky Decker, so he can breathe a little bit more slowly now. And there's the status quo this round here in turn 1. And we'll have 2 more laps to go here on Interlagos. And Eco driving his car very tight around turn 3 there. As his sights set on P3. Oh, and Peter Miller has a very bad exit there. Must be struggling with his tires maybe, or with the damage he's had to his car, maybe because of all the bumps, or it might just be the pressure, who knows. Van Eekhoven is there, he's knocking on the door, he says, I want P3 and I'll do anything to get it. Again, the rear part of the car of Peter Miller tends to slide away from underneath him, while Van Eekhoven gets into those slower corners a little bit better. Nicky Decker has caught up to Enderman again. Enderman will be giving it his all this final lap here. A final lap. It's a battle for P1 and P3 at the moment. Here they come around the straight for the last lap of the race. And Nicky Decker has an opportunity here to put his car on the inside. Does he? No, he does not. Still too far ahead. But he's running out of time. He has to try something now. This last lap. To gain the win. Or else Kevin will run away with it. The pressure is enormous right now. We see the guys just trying to get as much as that draft as possible. Van Eekhoven can't keep up with Peter Miller, but it's P1 we're interested in. Here we see them all going through turns 6 and 7. And Kevin Enderman still in P1, ladies and gentlemen. Nicky Decker right behind him. And these corners are to the advantage of Nicky Decker. He has been very quick through these corners here. Oh, and he just drives into the back of Enderman's car there. He loses a little bit of time there. That's very unfortunate, because the momentum could have taken him around Enderman in these corners here, but it probably won't work anymore since Enderman has pulled away a bit. We have seen that this gap can be enough for the slipstream. Here we come for the last time on the straight. Kevin Enderman in first position, right in front of Nicky Decker, takes the win in race 3 here at Interlagos. That's a very nice race. Congratulations to Kevin Enderman, who wins race 3 here at Interlagos. Tegenaar in P5, and the last 3 are just around the last few corners. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to thank you in advance for having watched these 3 races here at Interlagos. It has been a spectacular finale. But we see here Jamie Miller running up the straight for P6. Has driven a lonely race after those strong opening laps. Will be relieved it's over. Here he comes. But my oh my, what battle we've seen for P1. Incredible. It's a very deserved podium for the guys who ended up there. Here we see Solima, P7. And lastly, we will see O'Reilly finishing up for P8 in his debut here at Interlagos. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to wish you a pleasant evening, and again, thank you for watching.